Good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss about metallurgy. In metallurgy, first term is mineral. What are minerals? The elements and compounds. The elements and compounds found in earth crust. Earth crust are called minerals. Are called minerals. It may be inorganic or organic substance. So each and everything which is found in earth crust is called elements and compounds are found in earth crust are minerals. We can extract metal from these minerals, but it is important to note that to extract metals from the minerals, if it is non-profitable, it is only mineral, and if it is profitable, then it becomes ore. What are ores? The minerals. Ore are the minerals. Minerals by which metals can be extracted. One metal or more than one metal. Metals can be extracted profitably. Profitably are called ores. It is very important to know this profitably word. The profit is necessary. If minerals are profitable to extract metal, then it termed as ores. So there are many ores by which metals can be extracted profitably. For example, if it is rock salt, we can extract sodium by this ore. From rock salt we can extract sodium by electrolysis. To write down the reactivity series first, to understand better what type of metallurgical processes will be done for the different type of ores: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold, and last is platinum. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, and aluminum. These metals, the extraction of these metals will be done by electrolysis, because these metals are highly reactive metal. These metals are highly reactive metals. Zinc, iron, tin, lead, copper. These metals are extracted by various metallurgical processes. Hydrogen, it acts as a metal as well as non-metal. We can use hydrogen as a reduction in the reduction process. So in the reactivity series, up to the copper, we can use the various metallurgical processes. These are moderate reactive metals. And from mercury to platinum, these are least reactive metals. Least reactive metals. We can use heating or simple processes for their extraction. Gold and platinum found in gold and platinum found in free state. Found in free state, because these two are non-reactive metals. So these are the reactivity series for the metallurgical processes, and there different types. We can use electrolysis for highly reactive metals. Moderate reactive metal, there are various metallurgical processes like calcination, roasting, reduction, purification, etc. So let's start the metallurgical process. First of all, what is metallurgy? The sequence of processes. The sequence of processes by which metals can be extracted are called metallurgy. The definition of metallurgy is very common in your board examinations. So there are four processes. First process is concentration of ores. First, ores are concentrated, means you extract mine aluminum oxide, means bauxite from the mines. We must first concentrate it. Concentrate by various processes. Concentration of ore, we will discuss it today. And next process is, if it is oxide form, if the ores are in oxide form, then we can reduce it directly after the concentration. And if it is not in the oxide form, then first we have to conversion of ores into oxide form. And third process is reduction of ores. And the last process is refining of metals. In the reduction process, we find the metal, and after getting the metal, we will refine it by the process of electrolysis or by melting the metals into its melting point, etc. So these are the four metallurgical processes. If the question is write what is metallurgy and write its processes, this is of 3 marks question. 1 mark for this definition and 2 marks for the processes written here. So you must write all these 3 things, definition and the processes, in this question. Write the metallurgical processes. So then you must write all these. Start from the concentration of ores. As you know, this is the reactivity series. If we consider different types of minerals, so potassium and sodium are usually found in their chloride state, like potassium chloride. These are the ores or minerals of potassium chloride. Potassium carbonate can also be found, like sodium chloride, sodium carbonate. These are the ores found in the earth crust. For calcium, it is calcium oxide. What is the name of this? Sodium chloride. It is rock salt. Calcium is found in the chloride form, carbonate form. This is calcium carbonate, which is commonly called limestone, and marble also, calcium sulfate, calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium phosphate, calcium phosphate. These are the different minerals found in earth crust by which we can extract metal. For magnesium, magnesium chloride, magnesium carbonate, magnesium sulfate, magnesium phosphate, etc. can be found in the earth crust. And calcium sulfate, you know this is, and these two. Calcium carbonate is called limestone. It is found in the form of limestone, and it is found in the form of gypsum by which we can prepare plaster of Paris. For aluminium, it is aluminium oxide, Al2O3, 2H2O, bauxite, or Al2O3, aluminium oxide. It is found in oxide form. As you know that on aluminium, if oxide layer is formed, it breaks the further reaction. It hinders the further reaction of aluminium. Zinc is found in like zinc oxide, zinc sulfate, zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate is commonly called calamine, and zinc is most abundantly found in zinc sulfide form. This is called calamine. And zinc sulfate is called zinc blende. It is found in zinc blende. Zinc blende. This is very important core of zinc. And this is calamine, calamine. Calamine is used to form lactocalamine with lactocalamine is prepared. Next is iron. Iron is, as you know very well, that Fe2O3 hematite and tin, mostly as tin oxide, lead as lead oxide, lead sulfide, lead carbonate. Lead sulfide is commonly called galena. Next is copper, copper oxide, cuprite, Cu2O, copper pyrite, Cu2S, and mercury as HgS and HgO, silver as silver chloride, and these two are found in free state. These are the summary of different type of ores found in earth crust. This HgS is commonly called cinnabar. You must remember the name of some ores, like this is rock salt and some are given here. So these are the different type of ores. And if we extract potassium chloride from the to extract potassium from the potassium chloride, we first molten it at its melting point. These potassium is melted at its melting point, and then electrolysis, by the process of electrolysis we can find potassium from the potassium chloride. There are such type of many type of metallurgical process. We will discuss one by one. First is, as we discussed, the first is concentration of ore. To concentrate different types of ores, first the concentration of ore, the sequence of concentration of ores. Concentration. Before concentration of ore, we first crush and grind the ores, and then different concentration processes such as gravity separation, froth flotation, magnetic separation, etc. are used to concentrate the ores. Start from the concentration of ore by hydraulic process, means gravity separation process. Gravity separation process or hydraulic process. Hydraulic process. These are not in your syllabus, but to understand the different processes of metallurgy, you must understand this type of these concentration terms. First concentration term is hydraulic washing. Hydraulic washing means ore is in this type of chamber. Ore is placed here and water is placed to this, so that water along with the impurities come to these processes, and here there are some groups presented here. So the ores get collected into these groups. These are groups, and in these groups ores are collected, and this is the process of concentration of ore, like hydraulic process. Means if the ore is of more density, then it placed or it is deposited on the groove, and the different type of impurities are purified by the process of water, by dissolution of water. Second term is magnetic separation. First is gravity separation and second is magnetic separation. In magnetic separation, a magnetic ore, the crushed and grinded magnetic ore. Which type of ores are magnetic ores? Second is magnetic separation. Magnetic separation, like magnetic ores like iron ore, tin ore, these are magnetic ores. So in magnetic separation, there are an electromagnet present here, and here is a band of, there is a band. These are the magnetic wheels, where mostly it is at this is magnetic wheel. This is magnetic wheel. Mostly electromagnet is used here, and placed ore is crushed ore is placed over a conveyor belt. This is the conveyor belt. And crushed ore is placed here. When it moves in this direction, this conveyor belt is allowed to move on this wheel. The magnetic substance is forced to deposit at the place of magnetic wheel, like here, and non-magnetic substance is moved away from here is non-magnetic substance. Non-magnetic non-magnetic substance moves away from the magnetic wheel, and magnetic substance is separated from the non-magnetic substance towards magnetic wheel. There is magnetic substance, or we can say that magnetic ores are. This is the magnetic separation process. Next process is froth flotation process. In the froth flotation process, depends on the wettability of the ores with oil, pine oil, and the gangue particles by water. In this method, the crushed ore is taken in a large tank containing oil and water and agitated with a current of compressed air, like this. Here is a story behind the froth flotation process. Third concentration process is froth flotation process or method. There was a washerwoman who usually used to wash the clothes of a mining officer. Daily she observed that some black particles are usually collected when the cloth of that mining officer was washed. Then one day he told to the mining officer that, sir, there is some deposition of particles from your clothes. I collected here in a bucket. So please, if you want to see that, so you can. Then that mining officer see the deposition there, and he used that flotation process like this. He used a bucket, a container in which water along with pine oil. Pine oil is very abundant in that place. Pine oil, he used pine oil here, and a mechanical wheel is placed over here. And here is sulfide ore. Sulfide ore is dissolved in this water and pine oil container. There is a separator over here in the tank, and he used to move this paddle wheel, this wheel in the pine oil. You all used the toy of bubble making toy, and after the liquid when finished, you all use that container to make that type of liquid by shampoo or by detergents. But bubbles are not formed like the toy before bubbles are not formed like that. But if we use pine oil in that bubble making toy, we can again make the toy. So in this technique, along with the froth, sulfide ore is deposited. Yeah, here sulfide ore is deposited. So sulfide ore is deposited, which he collected in a tank, a different tank. In this way, the froth is collected over here, and after some time, when froth deposited, the zinc sulfide is separated out, and the gangue means earthy impurities which are present along with the sulfide ore is separated in the tank. This is the process of froth flotation process. This process is used. Basically or mostly it is used to separate sulfidores. The next process is magnetic separation, fourth flotation, and these are the some processes used for the separation of for the concentration of ores. So we will discuss in the next video the second process, that is called change of different ores into its oxide form.